More BCA. Welcome back. So week 4, and we're kind of just like plugging along. Feeling pretty good about where the game's at. Playing on the valley tables, like I said before, is pretty comfortable, compared to the tightness of the pockets at home. I added a little graphic on the top left there to show my current robustness completion rate, basically. So yeah, that bar is like a progress gauge. It satisfies the video gamer in me. The session goes kind of slow in that sense because it's just sort of 2 games per opponent. Try to open up with a safe here and basically just put them right back under the 4, but cut the 1 out a little too far. This team had kind of an interesting mix. I think, this guy obviously had the preliminary score like I have, but 2 of the other players on the team had slightly higher ratings, like into the 500s, I'm pretty sure. Let me double check. No, they were like mid 4s. There's a 455 that I played and a 459 that I played. So this guy technically had the highest score of the 3, but his score is preliminary. One of the guys is established, one of the guys is not. These tables were rolling pretty quick. I had warmed up a little bit on this particular table, so I had a decent feel for the speed coming out of the gate. And he tries to play a safe there and send me up table. It's a really good attempt, actually. The speed just got away from him and overrolled, and I do have a look at the 1 ball. So I'm just going to float this down. And I don't want to try to do too much off this. I just want to try to ensure a look at the 2. Bobbled that in, but ends up giving me a good option. The 2-5 combination's not too scary here. I just want to make sure that I line this up to make sure that the 2's not going to get away from me. And realistically, if we are able to negotiate the 4 to the 6, I could see me getting out from here. Yeah, a little thinner on the 2 than I might have liked, but here's another opportunity to see the skid effect. I remember this particular shot. I come into this a little too thin, and you see it kind of twist, almost like you put right spin on the 2 ball. So nothing catastrophic, but would have been on the wrong side of the 3 anyway. So we're giving Max another look at the table here. Shout out to my dad. He's up at the top of the screen there. He came out to check me out. Just family visiting. All right, good option on the 2 ball here. Leave an angle on the 3 so that I can get back down table for the 4. Just sort of ease this in. The cue ball's always going to maintain a bunch of pace there. And still flat on the 3, but I could punch out or draw back down table. I think I'm almost always going to end up with a good look at the 4, but the makeable angle to get back on the 6 is the tough part. So this played okay, but I'm pretty sure now I'm going to end up running into the 10 unless I can thin the 4 ball and get into the short rail side of the 10. Yeah, through there. Might be possible. There weren't great options in this room for mounting the camera. Oh, but I forgot to mention at the top of the video, my score did go up. My Fargo rating went up like 30 points or so. So the wins are going somewhere. I've got like 15 racks won in this league and 3 lost or something like that. So scratch. 4 ball goes in. Yeah, I tried to get too much out of it, I guess. But Max has a really good chance to put a little run together here. He's just got to get correct on the 7 that takes him towards the 8. In this situation, you naturally want to play the 8 here, right? So do you think about playing this window on the 7 to roll towards the 8? I usually like those. If you end up in here, you draw straight back, which can be touchy, or if you're above the 7, you're going to have to go down table and back up. Maybe brings the 10 into play. Honestly, getting into here and playing short side on the 8 might not be terrible. This one can sort of paralyze some players, though, just with so many options. Oh, don't scratch, dude. Ah. Just hands it right back. That's tough. Max is a good sport. So with ball in hand here, I'm just going to roll up for the 8. Get reasonably straight on the 8 so that I can follow down for the 9, and then probably just end up taking the 10 in the left side. Yeah, nothing crazy here. I got slightly on the wrong side of the 8, but this is still really workable. Just an easy touch to roll down. And this is a good confident pace. I've been enjoying this tempo. Make the decisions standing up during the pre-shot routine, commit and get down. Yeah, keep it simple here. Snag that first one. And breaking here in the second game. Been experimenting a little bit with the break here. And I'm liking this. I'm liking how this feels. I just need to make sure that I hit the cue ball pretty full into the 1 to keep it in the center of the table. But for the most part, it's staying down table. It's not getting kicked around a lot. The pop helps a lot. And I think it looks cool too. So I don't know. I like that. One ball's a little testy. He's got a pretty good opening between the 9 and the 8. So this kind of space to get a look at the 2, but you really have to bear down and make the 1 ball. A little too full. Doesn't sell it out though. I'll have to consider a safe. There's a lot of blockers down table. I think in this case, I should just play a cue ball safe. Either, where do we want to go here? Yeah, under the 10. That's kind of what I was thinking, under the 10-7. I forget what I do. Yeah, so rolled into the 9, misjudged the angle off the 1. I think I cut the 1 wrong. I didn't hit the 1 ball properly to get the cue ball down table enough. Can't be too upset with this result. I'm pretty sure he still has a cuttable look at the 1, but it's really tough to get a good look at the 2 after. If he tries to cut this, he's turning the cue ball loose with some pace. A good cut. And it's going to work out. That was cool. The 4 ball helped. So he rolled into the 4. Now he's got a longer draw shot on the 2. I think I would naturally step up to this and draw off the 2 into the rail to get up above the 3. You don't want to follow this because you're going to deal with a 4, 6, 9. Yeah, and he just undercut it. He came in too full. If he gives me a look at, I think I have a cuttable look at the 2. This isn't a crazy layout here. Everything goes. The 7's probably the most complicated part. Speed control here, cut the 2. Use the rails to open it up a little bit, and again, this is something that needs training. I'm leaving myself too straight. I'm playing good shape, like I'm playing naturally I'm getting what I am setting up for, but I think I'm setting up for the wrong things. I'm trying to play position into straight in shots, which is just an artifact of sort of old game that I have to excise. But I've also practiced that shot where I'm just going to power draw it to the short rail and I'll make my own angle if I need it, kind of thing. Probably just punch off the rail a little bit here to get a good look at the 5. Need to get away from the 8. Okay, so I could sort of stun run through to get down. 6 appears to go in the bottom right. So I'll just be drawing toward the left side pocket. I'm looking pretty comfortable here. Just stay smooth on that. Oh boy, a little too zippy. This develops the 7 ball though. Check that out. Tester. So we have to cut the 6 in the side. Cue ball's pretty much always going to dress up for the 7. You're bridging over the 7, which is not comfortable. This is another one I practice though. So it doesn't get me quite as much as it gets some people. And I have a nice angle on the 7 to get above the 8 in the side. That's the flow. See, I'm sort of sighting in my position windows. Nice and smooth off the 7. Enough above the 8 so that I come back down table. Maybe slightly too far. But I just have to get behind the 10 so that I have a good angle on the 9. Here's a situation where straight in on the 9 would be pretty nice. So just float down, pull back out and away using the long rail. This does end up slightly thinner than... I think I had to cut ahead in the footage because the table next to us was busy. So I'm a little thinner on the 9 than I wanted to be. I didn't want to slow roll this, so I decided to go into the 10, which could have ended up a lot messier. I think rolling through high left could have worked out, but I did not want to trust a slow roll. I didn't want to trust the sort of swerve. So I just accept a bit of a tougher cut on the 10 here. Looking back on it, I'd be curious to drill that out to just experiment with better shape to make the 10 unmissable. But put that one away, grab 2 games from Max, a couple taps from Dad, and that'll do it for this quick one today. I will see you guys again soon for the next BCA video. Thanks for being here.